24.5 billion won, equivalent to 16.7 million USD, quietly vanished in just 18 months. It was not a high-tech bank heist, not a cross-border cyber attack, and it had no connection to any international fraud ring. The incident took place right in the heart of Busan, in a country renowned for its strict financial system and one of the strongest cybersecurity forces in Asia. What makes the whole case even more unbelievable is that the mastermind behind it was barely in his 20s, and the biggest shock is yet to come. Busan police have just dismantled one of the most sophisticated stock investment fraud networks ever recorded in South Korea, an organization operating almost like an underground corporation with clearly divided departments such as a call center, technical team, recruitment team, money laundering unit, and even a cash withdrawal team employing foreigners to completely cover their tracks. A total of 284 victims were deceived, believing they were investing in a legitimate future stock exchange, only to find their accounts vanished, hotlines went silent, and a total of 24.5 billion won, equivalent to approximately 16.7 million USD, was siphoned away. Here's the full picture of how a group of young criminals, led by the ringleader A, barely in his 20s, could simulate an entire miniature stock market, manipulate investor emotions, and seize enormous sums of money using only chat rooms, fake websites, and promises of impossible returns. Busan authorities arrested a total of 118 individuals linked to this network, including 28 who are currently detained for investigation. This list includes A, the mastermind just over 20 years old, who was responsible for running the entire operation from October 2023 to February 2025. What makes this case even more shocking is that the victims were not naive individuals. Most were investors attempting to grow their personal financial assets in a volatile stock market. On average, each person lost about 1.54 billion won, approximately 1.05 million USD, while some suffered losses as high as 33.59 billion won, approximately 22.8 million USD, enough to devastate any household or business. The operation methods of A's group reflect the sophistication of financial crime in the digital age. They impersonated investment experts, infiltrating chat rooms on social media where stock enthusiasts frequently exchanged information. From there, they approached targets, building trust through reports, charts, and advice meticulously crafted to resemble those of real financial experts. Once attention was captured, they lured victims to websites simulating stock exchanges, designed with such precision that even experienced investors could hardly distinguish them from legitimate platforms. These websites continuously displayed fake profit figures growing steadily, creating the illusion that investments were yielding substantial returns. To enhance credibility, A's group also exploited the human desire for quick gains by spreading information about pre-IPO stocks, supposedly about to double in value within weeks or months. Such perfect promises targeted the fear of missing out, FOMO, among investors, prompting them to continuously inject more money without suspicion. The climax occurred once sufficient funds had accumulated. The fraudsters executed their final step, disappearing entirely. The full 24.5 billion won, approximately 16.7 million USD, was withdrawn in a short time. Victims realized the scam only when they could no longer access their accounts and all communication channels were cut off. Following raids on suspected locations, police discovered that A's network operated on a cellular structure with extremely clear and strict division of labor. The recruitment team was responsible for attracting victims through chat rooms and social media. The call center team manipulated investor psychology through calls or messages, professionally trained. The technical team maintained the fake stock exchange websites, and the money laundering unit converted illicit funds into legal tender via a network of bank accounts, cryptocurrencies, or cash. Notably, the group even hired a foreign cash withdrawal team to reduce traceability, raising the operation's sophistication far above typical financial fraud schemes. Investigation revealed that this was not an amateur group nor a spontaneous scheme, but a long-term organization operating with a corporate-like structure. Each member fully understood their role and followed strict internal discipline. To legitimize cash flow, A and Associates established multiple shell companies with no actual business activity. These companies issued checks, created fake transactions, and transferred money through multiple intermediaries, making it extremely difficult to trace the funds. Police had to analyze over 10,000 bank accounts to follow the money trail and map out the connections between individuals in A's organization. A notable detail is that this network operated entirely within South Korea, unlike most international fraud organizations that base themselves overseas to avoid scrutiny. Operating domestically allowed A's group to easily recruit local personnel, maintain strict control over members, and manage the entire fraudulent process without relying on international partners. They rented offices in sparsely populated redevelopment apartment complexes to avoid attention, and continuously relocated every few months. This constant mobility extended the network's operational lifespan for over a year. During large-scale raids, police seized significant assets. Cash confiscated totaled 104.9 million won, approximately 77,700 USD. Additionally, authorities collected 107 disposable mobile phones used by the group for untraceable communication. Luxury goods and expensive jewelry purchased with illicit funds were also seized. Real estate became a major target, with courts approving asset freezes of properties worth 676 million won, around 500,700 USD, including apartments, offices, and other assets bought with fraudulent money. Police are still pursuing remaining suspects, particularly senior managers and technical members responsible for creating fake websites. Many had escaped before or during the raids, prolonging the investigation. Authorities warned that investment scams using chat rooms and fake platforms are increasingly prevalent and sophisticated, requiring investors to be vigilant, verify financial advisors, and ensure platforms are licensed before transferring funds. Any unverified report, suspicious link, or pressuring message should be treated as a warning sign. The 24.5 billion won case in Busan not only exposes the audacity of digital-era financial crime, but also signals the vulnerabilities even a developed economy like South Korea faces. Fake websites are increasingly convincing, investment chat rooms proliferate on social media, and fear of missing out lures investors into traps after seemingly harmless conversations. Conversely, this investigation demonstrates the tracing capabilities of South Korean authorities, analyzing tens of thousands of bank accounts, dissecting money laundering layers, and tracking cash, cryptocurrency, and hidden assets. While the case is still expanding and many key suspects remain at large, the biggest takeaway is a stark reminder that in the online financial world, higher profits carry greater risk. Any fail-proof investment pitch could be the gateway to a financial abyss. And in an era where a single smartphone can operate an entire criminal network, individual vigilance remains the most crucial line of defense. Thank you for watching this story. If you found it meaningful, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this video. And now it's time to say goodbye. Thank you for staying with Societal Stories.